For the past several months, I've been testing both the Dreame X40 and the X50 Ultra. These are two of Dreame's flagship robot vacuum and mops, and they both share some great features for cleaning like their mop extend, side brush extend, self-cleaning dock, and more. But there are some key differences, so I'm going to break down those differences so you can decide whether the X40 Ultra would be great for you or if you should upgrade to the X50 Ultra. By the way, this video is sponsored by Dreame, and they did send me the X40 Ultra and 50 Ultra in the past, so thanks to them. And if you've ever wondered what us tech YouTubers do with those robot vacuums when we're done reviewing them, I'm going to let you know at the end of the video. Let's start with the similarities. Both the X40 and X50 Ultra come with a dock that has both a clean water tank, dirty water tank, and a dustbin. The X50 Ultra has a slightly larger dust box at 395 milliliters as compared to 300, so you won't have to empty that as often, and both of the docks self-clean. But there's a little difference with the self-cleaning on the X50. We'll get to that in a second. They both have the side brush extend and side mop extend, which is one of my favorite features of any robot vacuum. Has really been getting under the sofas and furniture, getting things even cleaner. They both do that. And they both have these self-removing and self-attaching mop pads. So if you want to send it to just vacuum a carpet, it can leave the mops behind. Or if you want to do vacuum and mopping simultaneously, can attach those mops, and they both will raise the mops when it detects carpet so it doesn't get wet. Both of the docks have hot air drying, auto solution adding, so it will dispense detergent while it's mopping the floors, and they both have AI RGB and 3D structured light obstacle avoidance. That is one thing I've really enjoyed about the Dreame vacuums as compared to several models I've tested in the past. They've been great at avoiding obstacles. Even the app will tell you when it's avoided shoes or cables, and other vacuums that have like choked on cables or headphones that might have been left on the floor by my kids, these actually will avoid them and they won't get choked and won't stop where I have to go and actually untangle it. They also both have the same battery capacity, which I found they've been able to vacuum and mop the entire house on a single charge. And if it was doing some really deep cleaning and intricate back and forth patterns, then either of them will go back to the dock, self-recharge, and then continue the task after that. Now when it comes to actually cleaning the floors, they both perform very well, although the X50 Ultra has some benefits, and I do find get the floors cleaner, which we'll talk about in a second. But if you went for the X40 Ultra, especially on some of the great sales they have on right now, you'll be pleased with how it both vacuums and mops. And there is an additional brush you can get for the X40 Ultra, which Dreame calls its anti-tangle tri-cut brush. I did use that, and it helps not getting hair tangled up and having to get in there and untangle everything. So if you do get the X40, you might want to think about that upgrade. But the X50 Ultra actually has a dual brush, which maybe it's time to talk about some of the biggest differences. When it comes to the hardware, the X50 Ultra has a stronger suction power, 20,000 pascals versus 12,000, and I did find that makes a difference, especially with larger objects, pieces of paper, things that might have gotten left behind with the X40. The X50 Ultra gets those up. Plus, the X50 Ultra has the Hyperstream Detangling Duo Brush, and I really like that dual main brush. Again, I think it helps with some of the larger objects, way less tangles and way less having to get in there and yank something out of the brush that might get stuck. I've maybe had to do that once with the X50 Ultra, and only because it was a rather large toy or something that got stuck in that main brush. Another big benefit of the X50 Ultra is the DTOF, which is that little round nub that can actually go up and down on the X50. Most robot vacuums, that little nub stays up the whole time and would prevent it from getting under some objects or like chairs in the dining room. The X50 Ultra can have that nub go down, which helps it get under my sofa, under my dining room chairs, and overall can reach more places to get a better cleaning. That combined with the side extend brush and mop means the X50 Ultra has been leaving my floors extra clean. I'll even use the X50 Ultra if there's a spot in the kitchen that maybe had a spill or something was dropped. I'll send the X50 Ultra just to clean that zone in a few minutes. This way it gets all that stickiness off the floor. Now, of course, the biggest difference with the X50 Ultra is the Pro Leap technology, meaning there's two little legs under that X50 Ultra, and it can get over objects that are up to 6 centimeters high. And this really came in handy because the bathroom in my shower has a step down, and any previous vacuum, including the X40 Ultra, might get stuck in that bathroom if I forget to close the glass door, and then it can't finish its job. Then I have to physically take it out of the shower and hopefully it remembers to continue. The X50 Ultra has no problem getting in and out of that step down with the VersaLift technology. And it also uses those legs to get up on some of the rugs that I have, like a welcome mat by the front door and by the patio. It can actually get onto those rugs. You hear the vacuum ramp up, and that means it can clean those thicker rugs rather than just avoid them like many other robot vacuums. So if you have any kind of steps up or down in your home, or maybe a shower that drops down, or you have some of those thicker rugs at your doors, front or back, the X50 Ultra is probably the way to go. This way you can get on those rugs and clean them, or get in and out of the shower so it can actually mop that floor too. And one other big difference between the X50 and 40 is the Ace Clean dry board on the X50 Ultra compared to just the washboard self-cleaning on the X40. Bottom line, the X50 dock, where your vacuum actually washes itself and dries itself, it stays cleaner with the X50 than it does the X40. And again, I've been using both of them for the past several months, and I can say the X50 Ultra keeps it cleaner. And if you use a robot vacuum and mop for a long time, you know that that's one of the nastiest places that can get, but thankfully that stays much cleaner on the X50 Ultra specifically. Now, of course, you manage both of these vacuums using the Dreame app, and it's one of the best apps I've found for robot vacuums and mops. Easy to clean a room, a zone, or full cleaning. Plus, you can adjust suction power for the vacuum, how wet you want the mop, or just do the Clean Genius, which is typically what I keep it at, and it will automatically detect how it should be cleaning different spaces, and how much it should mop, how much detergent it should use. It handles it really well. Also, the X50 does have Matter supported. It's not available in the Apple Home just yet, but I'm hoping with a software update and firmware update that we'll be able to start and stop this thing using the Home app on your iPhone. So which one should you get? Obviously, if you want the most in-depth clean, the best self-cleaning dock, and that VersaLift technology to go up and down steps or large rugs, the Dreame X50 Ultra, it's the way to go. There is a sale on it through the Dreame website, and I'll link that down in the video description. But if you don't have those steps and want to save a little bit, you can get the X40 Ultra on an even bigger sale. This is a great deal for this kind of vacuum. And if you want to know what I'm going to do with my X40, because I'm keeping my X50 Ultra, and that will be cleaning my floors, my X40 Ultra, it's going to my mom. She's not had a robot vacuum or mop, and while I've given other models to other people, the X40 Ultra I think is going to be great for her. It's going to have less maintenance she has to worry about, and it still cleans the floors really well. I really like the mop detaching because she has a couple rooms that are rugs only, so we can leave the mops behind, go vacuum those rooms, and I think it's going to be an ideal setup for her. So links to the X40 Ultra and X50 Ultra are down in the description. Those are affiliate links, FYI. But if you have any questions about these, leave comments below this video. And do get subscribed because there are some reviews coming soon of other smart home gadgets I think you're really going to love, including some new categories. Also, if you want to take a tour of my entire smart home, which is 100% Apple HomeKit, I'll leave that tour video right up here. And this video right here, YouTube thinks you're really going to love. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.